Good morning, girls. After 1 week, after your first CAA, we are going to start the class today. So, previously, we ended in the third unit, and the unit comes with drama, the importance of being earnest. This is the name of the drama. So, in the first beginning, I have given the structure about the drama. So we have 3 acts. Each act comes with 2 scenes. So act 1, scene number 1, previously we have seen, and today we are going to see the second part, that is second scene of the play, importance of being earnest. So the things is going on. As I told you, the important characters of the play: Jack, Cecily, Algernon, Fairfax, Wyndon Fairfax, Lady Bracknell. These are the important characters of the play. So, today we'll see the second part, that is second scene. Lane introduces Lady Bracknell and Wendelon. She is also called as Fairfax. Wendelon Fairfax is the name of Fairfax. So they are meeting, they have come to meet Algernon. Lady Bracknell is the aunt of Algernon. So she comes there in search of a well settled man for Fairfax. And Algernon knows the arrival of Lady Bracknell with the Wendelon Fairfax. So he prepared cucumber. So he prepared cucumber sandwich for the afternoon. But he couldn't serve them sandwiches because it was already shared. The sandwiches which was prepared for the Lady Bracknell family was shared with the Ernest. So he couldn't share the sandwiches to them because he failed to serve them the sandwiches. It was already had by Algernon as well as Ernest. Then he tells Lady Bracknell that he will be unable to attend her dinner tonight. So tonight, Algernon fails to attend dinner with Lady Bracknell and Wendelon Fairfax. And he says the reason: Bunbury is ill. Who's Bunbury? Bunbury is the imaginative character of Algernon, and he states that Bunbury lives in the village, and Bunbury is the brother of Algernon, so he have to take care. So he have to leave to see him. So he told Lady Bracknell that he is leaving and he have to take care of Bunbury because he is ill over there, and he promises that he will be coming back. He will be present to arrange music at her reception next Saturday. So he will be back on next Saturday for arranging music for her reception. Then he goes with her into the music room. So when the things was going on, when the issue is going on, Jack, he is talking with Gwendolen Fairfax about his love, and he proposes. He given his proposal of love towards Gwendolen Fairfax, who has given, the Jack has given his proposal of love towards Fairfax, and she stated that she will not marry any other person, and without the name Ernest. So she states that she will never marry man unnamed Ernest. She will marry only the named Ernest. And Jack is very happy because Fairfax knows him as Ernest, and he feels very happy. But he is not Ernest, he is Jack. His imaginative name is Ernest. So even though he proposed, he would not, she maintains, he proposes to her and she accepts. So he proposed her, and immediately she accepted her love towards Ernest. And she stated an important point is that she will never marry a man unnamed Ernest. She want to marry a man only the name with Ernest. But he is not Ernest. He is Jack. Jackworthy. So let us see. Proposal. He has given the proposal towards Fairfax and she immediately accepted. But she knows him as a Ernest. Both are in love with each other. Lady Bracknell, as I told you in the introduction part, she was a very strict lady. She wanted to settle her daughter with the settled man. So she never likes to arrange marriage for her daughter with an ordinary man. And she wanted to settle her daughter to the well settled as well as a good character man. Lady Bracknell comes in and Gwendolen informs her of their engagement. Engagement with Jack. But Lady Bracknell is not ready to accept the proposal of Ernest with the Fairfax. And her mother states that only she and her father can arrange the engagement for her. Lady Bracknell says that only she or her father can engage Gwendolen. And she orders her to wait in the carriage. She orders her, she shouted at her. She should not be very curious about her marriage because it has to be engaged only with the help of her mother or father. So after that, she shouted and she ordered her and she asked her to wait in the carriage. After she leaves, who leaves? When Doran Fairfax leaves to the carriage, Lady Bracknell, she saw Jack Worthing. After she leaves, Lady Bracknell integrates with Jack because her daughter openly states about their engagement and she is in love with him, and this was known to her parents. So as a mother, she want to interact with that concerned person, so she is talking with the Jack now. Lady Bracknell is talking with the Jack now as a Ernest. So she is asking about his income, his habits, his background, and so on. Because already I told you she want to arrange a marriage to her daughter to a settled man. A man with a job, a man with a background, a man with a good habits, a man with a proper income, and so on. Now, Ernest, very earnestly, our Jack, he stated that he is an orphan boy. He is the orphan boy. He admits that he was an orphan boy. He was found in the Victorian railway station in a handbag on a train. And she was shocked. Lady Bracknell was shocked. How come my daughter will get married an orphan boy like this? She thinks in her mind. She aghast at this disclosure and says she will not allow her daughter to marry him. So immediately she stated that she will not allow her daughter to get marry him without a proper income and without the good habits, without the family background, and so on. So she is aghast at this disclosure and says she will never allow her daughter to marry him. So she leaves the hall and Algernon enters to see Jack Worthing. Already Algernon told about Lady Bracknell to the Jack. So Jack tells Algernon what happened, and he states that he is going to kill his brother Ernest. There is no brother, ma. Ernest is an imaginative character, so he want to kill off that imaginary character to the world. But he is a single man who plays 4 roles. One is Jack Worthing, second one is Ernest, and the third character is the Ernest again, and the fourth one is Cicely Guardian. So he later on kills his brother because he don't want the new character to enroll up to the end of the play. So Algernon expresses interest in meeting Cecily. Now, Algernon, he told that he is going to meet Bunbury in the village because he is weak. But Algernon, he want to meet Sissy. She's the ward. She's the ward of Jackworthy. So he lied. So he told this lie that Bunbury is ill. He want to go and meet Bunbury and he have to take care of Bunbury there. But he is going to meet Sissy there. Algernon expresses interest in meeting Cecily, but Jack does not want this to happen because as she is young and pretty. Very openly, Algernon states that she wants to marry Sissy because Jack Worthing, the friend of Algernon, is the guardian of Sissy. So he was inspired by the Sissy. He was inspired by the talk of Jack Worthing about Sissy, but Jack is not at all interested. Jack is not at all interested to get married Sissy with Algernon because she is so young and pretty. He has no doubt, however, that she and Gwendolyn will become good friends. But one thing Jack want to know. He don't want Algernon to get married Sissy because she is very young and pretty. But he want Gwendolyn Fairfax to be friendly with Sissy because Sissy is the ward of Jack Worthing. He is the guardian. He has no doubt, however, that she and Gwendolyn will become good friends. And he thought that Gwendolyn and Sissy will be a good friends forever. So the things is going on. Algernon and Ernest, they debate what to do tonight and settle on nothing doing. So Algernon and Ernest were discussing about that night, but they have done nothing. Lane introduces Gwendolyn Fairfax, who has re-entered the house. Lane is the servant. She tells Algernon to turn his back and expresses her fear to Jack that her mother will not let him marry. And Lane told Algernon to convey the message to Jack Worthing because Gwendolyn Fairfax's mother will not allow any other common man to get marry her daughter because she want a man with income, a man with good qualities. But he was an orphan, he was a ward of Sicily, then how come he can get married Fairfax? So Lane told to Algernon to convey the message that Lady Bracknell will not allow to marry her daughter Gwendolyn Fairfax. Jack that her mother will not let them marry. She asked for his address in the country. Whose address? Jack Worthing addressed in country. And Algernon Cecily writes this down and checks a train timetable. So Lady Bracknell, she asked the address of Jack to get know about him, to inquire about him. Immediately this Algernon, he noted the address. He noted the address of Jack. And immediately he checked the timetable of the train, and immediately he wanted to go and meet Cecily. She promises to write Jack daily when he returns to the countryside, and Jack escorts her out. She promises to write Jack daily when he returns to the countryside. So Cecily promised Jack that every day she writes about him, that she will study, that she will write down, because she is under the maid. And Jack escorts her out. Then Lane comes in, and Algernon tells him he will be going Bunburying tomorrow. So he is going to Bunburying tomorrow. He is going to the second character. He is straight away going to visit Cecily. That is the out plan of Algernon. But Algernon expresses some anxiety over Bunbury. So he is feeling nervous. Jack warns him that Bunbury will only get him in trouble. But Jack warns him that if he goes to the Bunbury to be a Bunbury, it will put him in trouble. But he is not going to Bunbury, and he is not going to play the Bunbury character. Bunbury character means the dual role. So the outsketch of the Algernon to be in the Bunbury is to visit Cecily. She is the ward of Jack Worthing. She is the ward of Jack Worthing. She is a very pretty young girl whom Algernon wants to marry. So girls, this is the second scene. The second scene takes place in the Algernon house. In the first act, we have come across few characters. The main one is Algernon and his friend Jack Worthing, who is known as Ernest in the London, and he is known as Jack Worthing in the countryside. Then his cousin aunt Lady Bracknell and her daughter Gwendolen Fairfax, a pretty girl. Then, by knowing the story of Cecily, Algernon wants to marry her because she is a pretty young girl, but Jack is not at all interested to get married Cecily to the Algernon because she is a very small girl. She wants to study more, but she is not at all interested in her studies. That we will see in the upcoming scenes as well as acts. So girls, here I'll stop the second scene, part 2. In the first act we have 2 scenes. So here I'll end the second scene. Kindly go through this video very clearly. Try to point out the various characters, and the 2 characters plays 2 different roles. Number 1, Jack working in the countryside and as Ernest in the London, and Algernon is a friend of Jack. He's from London and he plays the dual role Bunbury in the village side. Okay, so these are the important things I like to share in the first act. Okay girls, so here I'll stop. Kindly go through this video clear with the characters. Clearly take note of the characters. So the first act gets over. So remaining we have 2 more acts, act 2 and act 3, and we have same 2 scenes in each act. So I'll stop here girls. We'll see tomorrow. I wish everyone to be safe and secured. Stay home, stay safe and go digital girls. Thank you. Bye bye.